Hey, you guys, it's Kaylee. I am back with another thrift haul. Very busy week this week. As I've mentioned, we have Posh Fest coming up, and I'm leaving in a little over a week, and I have lots of videos to film to have prepared for you guys while I'm gone. And I got a lot of stuff, so I figured if I'm processing it already, let's go ahead and make a few thrift hauls. My voice is a little rough because I just got done doing a whatnot show where we sold close to 100 items of mostly Lululemon. And so it was a long show, very fast paced. So I might have to take a couple sips of water, if you will excuse me on that. Give me some grace. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'll start with a pair of shoes. This is all a collection of stuff that I have gotten over the last week, and it's been kind of just like piling up in my car. Actually, one bag of it is actually from when I went on vacation. I don't know if we'll get to that bag today. I got like a bunch of stuff on the ground here. But you'll get to see it in an upcoming haul, even if it's not today's. All right, so first up, we have Joseph Siebel. This is a very high quality leather brand. I think they're made in Spain maybe, but I almost always get this brand when I find it. If it's in great condition, I can usually sell it for between $30, sometimes $50, depending on the style. And the main reason I got these to sell them at that price is because almost everything I got at the store this day was 50% off. So I actually only paid $3 for these Joseph Siebel pair of shoes, and they are in excellent condition. So it's about what I will list those guys for. All right, next up, I have a lot of bread and butter plus size as well. This one is a Catherine's top, size 4X. I paid only $2 for this because it was half off. This is a larger size, which is going to aid in sell-through rate and ASP. Plus, it is a button down. And if you guys watch the breakdown I did of what I really look for in plus size stuff, button-up tops is a very trendy factor in plus size stuff. So lots of good things going for that one. I'll list that for $25. Next up, a style base piece. I can't quite read the label on this. I don't know if it says chino or what. It's kind of worn, but this is a velvet square neck top. Velvet is back in again. Lots and lots of it is selling. And so if you see something velvet, consider looking it up. Obviously the style is going to be there. This is a square neck and it has some dainty details. I'm going to market this as a whimsy goth and a holiday item. I paid $2 for this. I'm probably going to list this one for around $30. Okay, next up, this is a plus size factor stacking piece. This is Cabin Creek, not a brand I would normally seek after. And it's also a vintage label, but this is a size 3X, which is probably my best selling size in plus size. It is also a linen blend, and it is a longer length tunic top. Very heavy duty, beautiful red. This actually might be considered a jacket. I'm not sure. It has belted detail and it is full button as well. I actually did some comp research on this, and I think I'm going to be able to price it like maybe $35 on that, which is great for a plus size piece. Another plus size, this is Chaps size 3X, and this is in a really good colorway for the holidays. It is also a plaid. And so for those reasons, all the factor stacking, I thought it would sell quickly. Plus I have some pretty good luck with Chaps plus size pieces. I paid $2 for that, and I'll list it for $25. Another plus size piece, this one is way more plain. I paid $1.50 for it. It is a Croft & Barrow classic tee, but it is a size 4X. If it wasn't that high of a size, I probably wouldn't have gotten it because it's a pretty plain t-shirt, but it is a very classic kind of capsule wardrobe staple piece with the blue and white. So I thought it would be a good sale. Sorry, I'm going to be bending down a lot because all the stuff is right here. You guys don't mind, right? This is real life. All right, I paid up for this one. This was the only color that was not on sale, which told me it was the new color of the week, which is green. And I paid $7.99 for this, but I expect to sell it for $40, maybe $50, somewhere in between there, but at least $40. This is an Allbirds. They do make clothing, and this is a merino wool base layer, new with tags, men's. And so for that reason, I wanted to get this. If you guys see any kind of merino wool or wool base layer of any kind, definitely look into it. Even if it's a brand you wouldn't think would be good, because base layers every single year, even during summer, sell well for me. So this definitely, if I wouldn't have seen Allbirds, might not have known that it was wool because it just feels like a plain t-shirt. So I paid $7.99, and like I said, I'm going to list that for around $40. Okay, next up, this is a vintage Y2K Quicksilver men's tank top. I saw some pretty good comps on this. This is a size large, and it is a muscle tank. I did do a little bit more deep diving into this, and I thought the graphic was good enough to sell it. Pretty cool graphic on this, and I'm going to sell this for $25 to $30. This is, Joe actually found this for me. This is a Christian Odegaard. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's the creator of Ed Hardy. So this is a great brand to look for, and so is Ed Hardy, especially with Y2K being super popular. And look at this t-shirt. This is so on trend. I have no idea on that. I need to do a Google Lens and probably look up like size and see how rare that one is. But I feel pretty good about that one. This one is Free Fly. I do really like finding this brand. This is a men's larger size polo, 2XL. They make their stuff out of bamboo, and pretty much anything that focuses on bamboo is a yes in my book. I'll probably list this for around $25. And I also found another one, same exact size, Free Fly. This one was one of my better finds. Also, this whole bag came from vacation, which is why Joe found that one, because he was helping me. This is a Hollister Y2K baby doll top. Oh, it's so cute. Actually, it kind of has a little bit of a cap sleeve. That's so cute. This style right here, very, very trendy. I paid $5.97 for this, and I'm going to price this baby up pretty high, probably at least $40, if not somewhere between $40 and $100. Got to do a little bit more research, and it has the tag right here. So surprising find, was very happy to find that one. I love selling the Y2K stuff. Well, since I'm showing you the vacation stuff, I guess let me go ahead and show you all of these really cool belts that I got. This is by the brand Fossil. I still like finding some Fossil stuff. Obviously, they're known for their leather goods. I do find that their statement belts and some of their handbags do well, but I'm very, very picky. This is a gorgeous statement belt. So pretty. I don't know what I'm going to list this for yet. It also has some like etching along the leather as well. I'm going to use tons of keywords, definitely chunky, statement, glam, all those kind of things. But I thought this was a really unique piece. I found all of these belts in the same place, and I was just like grabbing and grabbing and grabbing. Oh no, just realized this one had an issue. I didn't realize before. This is Fossil also, and I probably wouldn't have gotten it had I noticed this right here, but we'll still list it anyways. This one is leather. It's kind of like a patchwork style, and it also has metal accents too. And I thought that it didn't have any issues, but apparently it does. But we'll still list it. We will note it. I'll just price a little bit lower because of that. I also found this super cool one. This is genuine leather. It's a size large. I think it's vintage. I don't have an exact brand on it, but super cool, chunky, rainbow style leather belt. And I love selling belts. I haven't found a good batch of belts in a while, and so I got really excited. Paid $3.99 for that one. I'll probably list around 30 to 35. This one is really nice too. This is Michael Kors, but it is like Michael Kors, not Michael by Michael Kors. It is Michael Kors, like designer. And it is a very nice designer, soft, supple leather belt with lots of heavy duty hardware. It just feels and looks very, very luxe. So I grabbed that one. Most of these I have no idea what I'm going to price them for. I got to do some research. This is another Fossil leather belt with a statement buckle. This one is, I would say, very like Western country glam style, and it's a larger size. This next one is Fossil again. This is a Fossil leather belt with a bunch of etching in it. This is a statement piece here with a beautiful large buckle. And same thing with this one, probably like country glam, things like that. All right, this one is kind of surprising because it looks kind of like a wrestling belt, but I don't actually think that it is. Actually, I know it's not, but I did think that it was some kind of like a costume wrestling belt. But then I took a little bit closer look, and there's actually a name here that says Kippies. And when I looked up Kippies belts, they were going for crazy amounts of money. I think this is vintage too. It has like a hook on it, which is kind of like a vintage thing, but it is a very interesting statement belt. I guess some of their stuff is made out of like Swarovski crystals. I don't think mine is, but great sell-through rate on them. A little bit more rare to find, and we'll see how this one does. All right, last belt. This is another fun find. Also, this is by the brand Brighton. Another one similar to Fossil. Like, I'm not getting it unless it's super unique, but look at the belt buckle of this one alone. I thought was worth getting. So super cool. It has, might even be real snakeskin. I don't know. It feels like it might be real. But snake embossed leather nonetheless. And then this buckle alone should sell it. Yeah, kind of reinvigorated my love for belts. All right, how are we doing on time? It looks like I can show you guys another bag. So let's dig into a couple more things. All right, we have a Jonathan Martin women's Y2K Studio size extra large fairy top. This one is, I guess it's not quite baby doll. It's like a faux wrap top, but it has the bell sleeves, the sheer details, and Jonathan Martin's a pretty good brand to look for. I paid $6.29 for this. Yeah, $6.29. And I'll probably list this for around $35. I also found this really pretty velvet burnout top, and I don't normally get Chico's, but the velvet burnout stuff I will take a look at. This has gorgeous, gorgeous details, the dark florals. There's like a really pretty rose in the back. Again, velvet. I paid $5.29 for this. I haven't decided how much I'm going to list this for yet. I don't think it's silk. No, it's not silk. I don't know, maybe like $35 for that. Possibly more, we'll have to see. All right, I also found this Free People thermal top. Nothing too crazy with this, only paid like $4 for it, but it is a thermal, just classic top. Price tag fell off. I want to put this one on Whatnot. I have a lot of Free People lovers on Whatnot. All right, Joe also found me these. This is the brand Kill Crew. This brand has a pretty good following, and they make women's and men's, I think, but the men's stuff is what I like to get. These are a pair of men's heavy-duty joggers with a lot of spell out. I'm only going to list these for about 25 to 30 bucks just to make sure they move, but Kill Crew can be a good brand. They make Muay Thai shorts, and that's like what they're better known for. I also found this really gorgeous sweater by Crystal Kobe. This is a Ramy cotton, I think it's hand knit. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to price this one up. It's very patchwork detail, very much a statement piece. I'm going to use a lot of words like holiday, cottagecore, things like that. I actually paid up for this one. I paid $8.59 for that. Next up, I got this vintage Jodie Christopher vintage dress. This one is also super gorgeous. This has a really nice baby doll detail that's going to bring a lot of money. It is a shorter length dress, but the silhouette is really good, and the darker floral mesh details are going to elevate the value a lot. I'm probably going to price this at least $40, if not much, much higher than that. All right, next one, another Y2K piece. I actually found this in the sleepwear section. Wet Seal. This is a 100% silk Wet Seal. I think it's actually a nightie. I'm going to market it as a top. Wet Seal is very trendy right now. And this beautiful pink and orange detail. Very feminine, very preppy, coquette. I think somebody will like it. Probably going to list that for $35 and up. Another great Y2K piece. This is by the brand Wrapper. I wouldn't memorize that, but great style nonetheless. Very whimsy goth, fairy grunge style. Probably list that for around 25 to 30. All right, and then the very last one is this men's Patagonia sweatshirt. And this is a men's size extra large. It's called the Uprisal crew neck sweatshirt. And it should be a super quick flip for me. Patagonia, at least in the men's stuff, always flips super well for me. And it's a larger size. It's got the style name, all of that good stuff. I don't know what I'm going to price this for yet. I'd imagine probably about $30, $35. All right, guys. So that is it for today's haul. I will be doing some more hauls as I move through all of these items that I got within the past week. Plus my vacation. I think we just got through all the vacation stuff. And yeah, I'll be uploading these videos while I am traveling to Posh Fest. And so you'll get to see more thrift hauls coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.